Good evening, everyone. Am I
Good
Good
evening,
audible?
ma'am.
evening.
Okay. So I hope you all are ready with your projects.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so just write your name in the chat box. Is my voice clear to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Your voice is clear.
Actually, there is some network problem. I'm not able to see your chats. I don't know why.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I have a question about the form regarding the presentation. Even if we present our project in this session, do we still have to show our presentations there?
If you have presented, then that's it.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, Satyam.
May I start the presentation?
Just a minute. I will call this.
O- Okay, ma'am.
There is some problem. I don't know what. You guys have to now raise your hand today, and then I will be able to see you. Okay, Satyam, you can now start your presentation.
Okay, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Does my screen like visible?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. I have created a national budget API system. Let me first go through the code. So now start with the models. My first task in this project is to design the database, which I took help from ChatGPT also to get to know what are the required data for for creating the national budget API system. Here I've just created a user schema with a name, email, password, role, and created it. Like in the role, I have put three persons like admin, auditor, or viewer. And now let's coming to the budget.js, where I have created in the budget schema what are the like in what department for what department I have allotted the budget, and in which sector, and in the year in which we allocated the amount. And these are the utilized amount, nodes created at and updated at the these are the budget schema. Now I have created a server, let's go through the server.js, where I have called the connect db, which I configure the database using a MongoDB. And I have also used a CORS policy, where I haven't I have right now I have allowed all the uh, front end request to access it. And express.json also, it is basically a form data or something. Like if we doing a postman or sending the request, it helps to fetch the data and process the request. These are the routes setup which I have for different like user routes and budget route. I've created basically two routes, which I just show you. Like I have created a post request for register user and login user, and there is a protected route which I have created a middleware called protect. through which I'm like if person is not login, then it can't get like you can't access the get user profile. And also for getting all the users, like if in my department or sector, if I want to access all the users, then it must be a authorized admin, which I have created in the middleware. Like in the auth middleware, I have created two function which is called protect. In the protect section, we just take a JWT tokens which identify the users, like the user is like users detail. It fetch await users dot find by ID, and it fetch the data and save in the request dot users. And I have also created a authorize if role, like depends ki what's role of the user, like if an admin, then the access got or it will not get. And now coming to the budget controller, like sorry, user controller, there is a functions first register user where I am creating a request dot body where I am taking name, email, password, and role. And firstly I have a checkpoint that if user exists, uh, like I will check like find with the find one function with an input of email. If the already email has been registered with some person, then it will show the user already exists. And I have also uses a bcrypt library for hashing the password. It where I am giving the plain password and the number of rounds which I used to like hash the password. Here I basically call the user dot create function which I get from MongoDB. And these are the passwords, and these I have created the user, and it in return it gives a response of like ID with the ID which is automatically generated through MongoDB. And then we have a login function where we like firstly fetch await user dot find one email through the email we find if the email user exists or not. And if user exists, then we compare the password with the bcrypt dot compare where the sended data, like in the postman the data in the request body is like password and the user dot password which is saved in the MongoDB compass. And from where it compare, and if it's like equivalent, then it will return the response like ID with a name, email, role. And it generate a token which I created in the function like generate tokens, where I'm just creating a like basically a JWT tokens with the JWT secret I have defined in the environment variables. And I have also a get user profile functionality where I basically uses a find by ID and get the user detail. And this get user function is like what however how many the user are login or registered, the admin can see the details of it. And now coming to budget controller, I have created few controllers like creating a budget. The only admin can create the budget, like and adding all the details like department, sector, year, allocated amount, utilized amount, and with the notes if it's required. And if it also check like budget exists or not, then it create a new budget. And like for getting the budget, I have just request dot query where I have added the query and using the filter function, I sort the budgets, and then response and using the response.json, I just pass the budget. And this is the function of get budget by ID, where I just fetching the budget through IDs. And this is like fourth function is update budget, where I have just put something like if request dot user, if the user is admin, then only he can like change all the data. Otherwise, if only the user is auditor, then he can only change the utilized amount and nodes. And this is the delete budget functions which I have just added the ID, and it just find the budget find the from budget budget database through find by ID using request.params right ID, and it will delete the ID, and the whole budget will be removed. And these are the public routes which mentioned in the project for getting summary reports and getting sector reports. Just let me show the Postman. I have used the Postman for testing it. So like when we log in, like if we going to log in this, like if I log in, it generate a token. So let me copy it and paste in the bearer token. And here I get all the users, like whoever, like admin user, auditor user, which I created in the database. And for getting the profile by ID, I just need to paste the authorization token, and it will give the user's profile which is login at that time. And now going to budget section, I have created two public route, which gives me a summary of reports. Like in the year of 2025, the total allocated amount and the total utilized amount. Now getting the get sector report, it giving me the reports according to sector. Like social sector, I have created just one sector details, so that's why it's giving me the data of like only one. And now adding the add budget section, just let me change this. When we sending this data, like it will create a new budget, like whatever the allocated amount and year with the sector also. And for getting the budget, it all like protected with the login sector. So and this is now the get budget by ID. So we are getting, if according to the ID, that department is agriculture and sector. And if we going to update the budget, like if the user is all admin, then only he can change the all the details like this. Sorry, I guess something. I guess the ID is wrong. So let me change the ID. I guess the ID. Okay, let me show the delete function first. So for the delete function, just put the ID in the request params, and it will just remove the budget. So now we will not get the that budget also. So it's get removed. That's all, ma'am. Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Ma'am, that's all from me.
A good job. You have actually done a very good job with your backend as well. And
Thank you,
testing your
ma'am.
APIs is also a very good thing. Good job.
Thank you, ma'am.
Piyush, you can now start.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, sure. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes.
So first of all, thank you so much, and good evening to all of you, and good evening, ma'am. So let me start with the APIs first, then we will dive into the code. So basically, I have also created the national budget system, but it is some kind of different. So basically, so I have created many URLs for the in the budget. So first of all, there is one common URL, just checking that our project is working perfectly or not. So for that, I have to run that project. Just delete. Okay. So now our project is working. So now let's test all the APIs first. So this is just a common API that we are checking that our project is running. Okay, so project is running. Okay. Now we have one login function. Sorry, login URL. So before running my project, I have I have written one command that is npm run seed. So basically, seed script we write to already existed account. For example, I have created one account, but there is no user by default. So before that, I have run one seed script so that there will be by default admin so that we can test our APIs. So let me just log in with that. So I have already provided the email and password. So now we have get one token with the help of JSON Web Token. So I'll just copy it. And now there is one API by which we can create user. So basically, in this project, we can log in with the three roles. The first one is admin, that is by default that I have already written with the help of C script. The second one is analyst, because there are many departments in the budget system. So for each department, there will be one analyst, and the third role will be viewer. The people can watch the expenditures, the all the roles like and all the programs that are running in the department. So so this is the create user URL. So first of all, let me uh, paste the token. Okay. So I have already created the user with this email. So let me just update. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Expired token. Okay. Let me just copy it. Just wait a second. Now, okay, email is already in use because we have used similar email. So let me just another email. So let me just add another A. So it will be a unique email. Now we have created one new user as an analyst. We can also create it as a viewer. Admin will be only one, and all these things admin will do. Like now we want to see all the departments. So for that we have to paste the token, and we can see all the department that we have created, like the electronic department, the transport department. Okay, now we can also create the department. So for that, I have to again copy the token. Okay, in the body, let me just change little bit. So I have changed the code name and some update in the name and just send it. So wait, expired token again. Let me just copy. Okay, now get all the departments, the token, just paste it and send it. So now we have created one new department. Okay, sorry. Here I have to paste it. Yeah. Now we can create. Yeah. Now here is our new department that we can create. Now, after creating one new user and we have created one department. Now, in each department, there will be some programs that will run. Because, for example, the program is running for the children's. The program is running for the primary educations, and as well as we can update this department for with the help of this URL. We can delete this department with the help of ID of that particular department. And now in that department, we can create the program as well. But for that, we have to use the department ID that we have already have in the department. So with the help of this department ID, we can create one program. And this is the URL for getting all the programs that we have already written. So, and with the help of this URL, we can create the program as well. Now, after creating department, we have created some programs. Now, after creating some programs, we have to decide the budget for that programs, that how many money we need to run this program in that particular department. So for that, we need that budget URL as well. Here we will write the amount, and for that we need department ID, and as well as we need program ID, because in the particular department and in the particular program we are deciding the amount. After that, we can get the budget, like what budget we have decided for that particular program, and the expenditures. Now we have decided the budget for that particular program. Now we have to update, like how much money we have spent it on that program and how much money we have left. So for that, I have created that URL, and in the last there is a report that will be ordered in the base of Pascal year. So how many programs that we have written, how many department we have created, so all the things will be seen with the help of this URL. So this is the all URLs that I have created. Now let's go through the code. So basically, let's start with our first file that is called server.js. So basically, I have used some middleware as well for the security purpose. For example, the Express that we all know is used for the creating server, and CURS stands for cross-origin resource sharing. So basically, if the request is coming from the another port, so we have to use CURS. And the helmet is a middleware. Basically, it adds HTTP header to make your app more secure. Basically, it provides security. And Morgan is a middleware that we all know that everything that we are doing in our project or with our URL, this will show in our console. Like we have used some URLs, so all the information that we are seeing in the console. This helps to debug some issues for developers. Now we have Swagger AI. Swagger AI is a middleware by which we can document the API. Now, what is the mean of API documentation? Basically, when the third party or the front end is using our URLs, so they don't know how to use it. I mean, there will be some documentation like what response you will get after hitting on that URL. So these are some basic information that we will provide them for better readable. And we have some we are importing the routes, all routes that we have created in the route section, and these are some middlewares. If there will be no route, then this function will be run to handle that function. And here we are just creating one server. We are using helmet middleware, CORS, express JSON. It means everything that we are getting will be in the JSON format because it is readable. And this is the boilerplate to use the Swagger middleware. And this is the API by which we can do the API documentation. And this is the URL by which we were checking that our project is running smoothly. And this is all the routes that we have created, and two middlewares for checking if there will be any route. It means no found, so there will be error, and just we are returning. And in the index.js, just we are just connecting with the database and creating server, and just running our project on the port that we have already written in the .env file. And we have written all this code in the try catch block. If there will be any error, so catch block will catch it. Now we have the common.js. So basically, there is also one library that is called Zod. So basically, we use this library to validate the all data. For example, the user has written the name, email, password, everything. So the Zod will be validate the data if it is written in the correct form or not. So everything will be checked with the help of Zod. Now in the utils section, we have some basic things like the JSON Web Token. So we all know that we use JSON Web Token to create the token when the user is registering themselves or logging themselves. So it will create one unique token so that they don't have to register them again and again. After that, we have async handler. It is a very important line because it is a very lengthy code. Okay, so if we want to write any code, so we usually write in the try and catch block because of the errors. So what this line will do, when in the controller section we are creating many functions. So with the help of this, we can just we can just pass all the functions through this line so that we can add try and catch block very easily. So we don't have to write try catch block for every function. Now we have routes, models, and controllers. So let's go with the models first. So the first one is user. So for user, the name you have to write, the email, the password hash. The password hash, for that we are using bcrypt.js. Bcrypt.js we use to hash the password for security purpose. And the role that I told you, there will be three roles: the admin, analyst, and viewer. So by default, we have admin. The analyst will control all the departments, and viewer can see the budget as well. Now the status will be active or disabled. So after that, we have the department. So in the department, you just need to write the code. Code means the for transport section, you just need to use TRS, any small code, the name, the description, and is active or not. And the another is the program. You have created one department, and in that department, what programs you are running. So you have to write the department ID first. After that, you will be write the code name and description of that program. And after creating that program, you have to allocate the proper budget for that program. Okay, so for that you have to
Just a minute,
you have
push.
to
Abhishek,
okay.
Abhishek, yes, go ahead, Piyush.
Yeah. So now we have created one program. After that, you have to decide one particular budget for that program. So for that, you need department ID as well as the program ID. After that, you will decide how much money do you need for that program. And after deciding the amount of that program, you need expenditures. Like you have, for example, you have decided the 50,000 for that particular program now, and now you have spent it only 25,000. So all the things you have to store in one place. So for that, you have to hit on that URL expenditure for seeing all the information about the money, that how much money you have spent it on that program. So these are the just models. So let's go with the controller, the actual logic that we have written in the controller. So first of all, the user. So we have list user, that how many user that enabled right now in our system, and get user with the help of particular ID. Here we are using user find by ID. So with the help of particular ID, you can see the particular user, and all these things will be under control of the admin. So if the any user can break any type of rule in the system, so the admin can disable that user, as well as the admin can enable that user. After that, we have auth controller. So in the auth controller, we are using Zod, that I told you that we use this middleware to check the data. For example, we are getting here email. So email should be in the string, and the password should be in the string as well as the numbers, and minimum 6 numbers are required. So the Zod is seeing all these things. Now for the login, we are just fetching the email and password from request body, and we are finding the user with the help of email, and we are checking the password with our hash password, that if the password is matched, so it will generate the token, otherwise it will give the error. After that, we have the department controller. So in the department controller, we have created a schema. With this what we are just validating the data. After that, we are fetching all the things from the request body. If the department is already existed, so we will use the code that we were giving to our department. We will use that code. If the code is already existed, it means that the department is also exist. Otherwise, we will create new department. So we can list all departments. We can get department with the particular ID. We can update the department, as well as we can delete the department. After creating department, we need to create one program. So for that program, we will just fetch all the things from the request body. We will list all the program that we have in our system, and get program with the particular ID. We have ID of that particular program, so that we can see that particular program. The update, we can update the program if we want any changes, and as well as we can delete the program. After creating program, we have budget for that program. So for budget, we have Zod for validating the data from the user. We are fetching all the information from the user. Then we are listing all the budget for the program that we have given, and the update allocation budget, if we want to update the budget or decrease the budget, delete the allocation, and expenditures, like how much money we have spent it on our program. So all the information will be listed here. After controller, we have routes. So basically start with the user route. So for the user route, if we will hit on that URL, so the required role is admin, that I have already done in the seed script that is written in the upper side. I'll tell you after that. So user will be there, and in the auth route, if we will hit the login, So it will here we are using AH. AH stands for async handler. That one line that I told you that we will use for the try catch block. So if there will be any error in the login, so it will directly give us the error without any crashing of our system. So in the get ID, if we want to see the all information of user, so before that it will check one middleware, that is auth. In the auth, it will check first of all the token as well as the password with the hash password. And for the admin, admin can see all the users as well. Requirable role admin. Only admin can do all these things. After that, departments are there. So if the admin wants to list all the department, get all the department and create a new department or update or delete new department. So admin can do all these things. After department, we have programs. So admin can create, delete, and update the department as well as see all the departments that we have in the system. After that, we have budget. So budget, uh, so the analyst and admin both can decide the budget, but the admin can delete the budget. Analyst can design the budget as well as update the budget. Only admin has power to delete the budget. And then we have expenditures in this as well. Uh, After budget and all the URLs we have written in one folder, that is index.js, so that we can use all these URLs as a single file. So all these were the routes, and this is our database that we are connecting with our server. These are the middlewares that I told you. It is checking for the token and it is checking for our uh, a password with the hash password. And these are the errors if there will be no routes. If we are hitting on the wrong URL, so it will run it will run this function so that we will found that route is not found or there will be any internal server error. So the last thing that we have, the seed admin that I told you in the first, before running my project, I run one command that is npm run seed. So what this command has done, actually it created one by default admin. So by this, we can check our all the APIs. So for that, you just need to connect with the database. After that, you just need to create one name, email, and address as a admin. After creating it, if the admin is already exist, so it will not create. Otherwise, it will create. And after that, we will disconnect with our database so that we can work with our real project. So this was from my side. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, Piyush. It was a very good presentation. Actually, that is how you should tell your code about what elements you have added, what functionalities you have added. Very good job.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Akriti,
Yes, ma'am. Am I
yes, you
audible?
can now. Yes, you are
Excuse
audible.
me, ma'am. I have one question
Yes,
only.
yes,
Actually, I forgot to send the week two project. So can I send now both project week two and week three on
yes,
the
yes,
email?
Simon. Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Akriti, you can now start.
Ma'am, is my screen visible?
Yes.
So I created a expense manager API. Firstly, I explained about the folders that I created. I created model folders where I created a category.js file in which I import mongoose and give a mongoose schema for category schema. After that, I created an expense.js file in which I created an expense schema where I put the field user, category, amount, description, and date and export it. After that, I created a user.js file in which I created a user schema and mm, input the name and email field. Uh, in the package.json, I installed the dependencies, nodemon, dev dependencies, and dependencies like .env, Express, and mongoose. So the main file is server.js, in which I import Express, mongoose, user from user model, category from model, and expenses. Uh, mm, and use the app.use express.json middleware uh, to give response in a JSON format. After that, I created a mongoose.connect function in order to connect to the MongoDB, that is a local database. And I created a first app.post route, in which I uh, use the try and catch block. In try block, I created a user by using user.create function that is derived from the mongoose dependency, and give JSON.response. And in catch block, I simply give a status 500 and error message. In the same route, I created a route by get method, where I mm, con- mm, where I uh, display the user details by using user.find function, and gave JSON response in the backend. In the category field, I created a post method uh, by using dot create function, and same as the user uh, section. Get app slash category by get methods to display the category result in the JSON form. And the main in the expense section, I first create app dot by using post method. Firstly, I create expense by using expense dot create method and give JSON response, and using catch method to console the error message. And after that, I created uh, mm, second, yeah. I created expenses route by using get method, and using expense.find function and populate function, I give a JSON response. And in the same, I created another route like expense user ID for a particular user and their expenses. After that, I created a section, report section, in which I created total expenses per user by using aggregate function through Mongoose, in which I firstly use the group aggregation pipeline, where I group the users, and then the lookup function, lookup pipeline, in which I match the user ID in the match the database of user by using local field user ID, and match it to the users by using a foreign ID of the user database, and use the unwind pipeline uh, to separate the array field into a single object, and then the project pipeline to display the needed section like ID, user, email, and total amount, and give a JSON.response. And this is the catch function, where I give a response status 500 and display error message. In the same way, I created a section for total expense per category. This is total expenses per user, and this is for the per category. I uses the same method and same aggregation pipeline, but for the category field. And in the same way, I created a section for monthly expenses per user, in which I use same aggregate pipelines group and using the pipelines in order to sorting the expenses and give a JSON response. And after that, this is the server section where we listen at 5,000 port and it console server running at on this port. And this will not say in this second. I uses Postman to check the APIs. Firstly, in a user collection, first I create users like I already write the dummy data for it and just try. So it gives 200 status and JSON response for this. And if we want to check it, we use this method and get method for this route and then check it. It will display all the user uh, and this. The new field will be added to this route. And after that, I have this category section where if we want to add the some category like uh, name, trip. So this is the dummy data to create a category and send it. So this will give the 200 response and the JSON response. And if we want to check all the categories, here going to this one, and this will add it in this section. After that, we have expense collection where if we want to create expenses, then we go to post method and I already write this dummy data for it and then so it will give 200 response. And if we want to check all the expenses, we will do this. This will get
Akriti, are you showing your
all.
postman window?
Yes, ma'am.
But it is not
Is it
visible.
visible? One second. Mhm. Ma'am, is it visible now?
Yes.
So I told you about how to create users. So I use this dummy data for it. And if we check this, one second.
You will have to change the email because this email already exists.
Okay, okay. Like if we change this, so it will give 200 response and the JSON response in this format. And if we go through this route, we will get all the users. Yeah, this is. And same for the category field. Firstly, I have used post method to create a category like uh, for dinner. Send it, yeah, and it will give a JSON response. And if we want to check all the categories, we simply go to this route using get method, and it will give all the categories. Like it added the dinner folder also, dinner food. And if we want to create expenses, then we use post method and simply go to this route and create expenses by giving field user and give the user ID. And after that, give the field category and the category ID and the amount that is spent, the description and the rate. So it will give a JSON response in this form. And simply we use this get method for this route also, and it will give all the expenses that are created by ID, this user ID, and their the categories also, and the total amount spent, the description and date for each user and for each categories. And in the report collection, we have created this reports per user, per category, and monthly expenses. So uh, it will not to be created, but so that's why I use the get method for this and not the post method. So if we go to this, it will give the total expenses per user, like the total amount, the username, and the email for all the users. And for per category, it will give response like this, the total amount and the category. And I have created for the monthly expenses. It will give like the responses in this one. So this is all.
Okay. Okay, it was a good presentation and very well done. Your all APIs were working. Good job, Akriti.
Thank you.
Harshad,
Hello, ma'am.
yes,
Yes, ma'am. I'm sharing my screen.
yes.
Okay, ma'am. I am just created a React, a simple website using React and Tailwind CSS. Ma'am, the screen is visible or not? Hello, ma'am.
Your screen is visible, but it is stuck. Right. I think it is stuck. Anybody
Hello,
else who wants to present their project,
hello,
just
ma'am.
raise your hand and I will call you. Yes, Harshad.
Sorry, due to network issue.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, ma'am.
It's okay.
I created the simple website using React and Tailwind CSS. Uh, Here is a component. Here is a home. There is a home file that contain the home contact like class name वगैरह. There is the Tailwind CSS. Then here is a header. Okay, I'm just here is a header home about content and GitHub. Okay, here is a link. Then this is content page. This is about okay, I will show. This is get in touch. Full name, email, and telephone. Here is a I using a tailwind CSS. Uh, then there is a page about page. There is React. Ma'am, screen is visible.
Yes, Harshit.
Yes, okay, okay. Here is ma'am about page. The on picture and React development is carried out and some other. Uh, then okay, that's about. Then this is a footer page. Okay, this is footer page, and there is a GitHub also page. There I fetch the API GitHub API. That's key uh, user data. Suppose I have to show my GitHub profile, then I will just this GitHub profile and data. The data followers not loading. They showing the loading. If not found undefined, they show loading. Okay, I will show GitHub. Okay, okay, followers. Okay. Then it's if any error happen, then it show the okay, I was it's in Jesus. I restart my out. Yeah, um, uh, okay, ma'am, just ma'am. Okay, okay. Sorry, I mistakenly deleted the about folder, so that is happen error happen. Yes, I just I is yeah, I'm just refreshing my page. It's showing the is zero followers. If I put any random, so that's it show the loading. Okay, that's I use this. Okay, I use API GitHub APIs. That's you just uh, process the data as followers and the image. Okay, then I this is okay, and I refresh my page. On this is a responsive site. So even in small area, I can see text size. Thank you, ma'am. It's, uh,
Okay, Harshit. No problem. You have presented it very well. Just do not hesitate while presenting. Whatever you know about your project, you can tell, and if in case you don't know, you can just figure it out later, right?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, okay.
Yes. Do not get nervous about it. Everybody is a student over here, and if even if you don't know anything, you will learn eventually.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Otherwise, it was a very good presentation, and don't think about that much. Yes, Gaurav.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, you can now start.
My screen is visible, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, it
Screen
is
is visible,
visible.
ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Just ma'am, this code is server.js. Like first of all, I create a project like secure files sharing API, and like API use a Postman, and secure file like using a Node.js and Express.js. First of all, this code like server.js. This is the pathway, and this code is Express app, and second is this is the token how to the secret token my secret tokens like there, and I paste like Postman. Like okay, like I'm using a database in using AWS, and using an encrypted like this code encrypted version like create a algorithm key and IV number. This in Postman I can show next just open a Postman. I can show why key and VI use, and this uploading text like how to upload a file like which folder file, and every encrypted like data. And this is the downloading section, how to download, and this is the health checkup. It's working like localhost 3000. Yeah, yeah, not. Second is decrypted data, decrypt JS. Like a decrypt JS only for using this because file is running, yeah, file is not running, like failed, and just time go to terminal like npm install. Next is npm start. Like it's working. This is the AWS working, and this is my server is working like port 300 3000. And second is Postman. Like first of all, I'm going to create a one demo.txt file. Like I say anything like hello, and that's control S, and go to Postman. First of all, just a uploading section like post. I'm going to select a file and go to desktop. This demo.txt file. Upload. It successfully upload like a key and IV. Key and IV encode. Key and IV is the key and IV like there encrypted data key and IV. And first of all, algorithm like using Node, and it's uploading like my file is uploading. And next, we can also check our health, how to working, yeah, not working. Like my API is working, yeah, it's good working, like uptime and this. And go to this. Like I'm downloading for demo.txt.enc file, because same file is not required, like same file is not just not settled down. Like this is working like is raw data, encrypted data, and go to and save this data, like save as response to the file. I'm going to on file like there and go to save. And second option, we can go to VS Code and written then node decrypted like this. Decrypt.js, and this file demo.txt.emc. And first of all, I'm just this project, like I'm first of this my my first file, like which I am uploading anything, like any written, and mention this side like demo dot txt, and go through key. Key is given there. Test next IV. It's like a file is decrypt, and go to save and go to this, like a decrypted data as encrypted data. That's all, man.
Okay, Gaurav. Good job. Your APIs are working fine. Very well done.
Thank you, man.
Okay, anybody else who wants to present their project today? Anybody? Actually, I'm not able to access to chat today. I don't know why. I'm just clicking on the chat and I'm getting disconnected from the meeting. So if you want to ask anything, you can just ask by unmuting yourself. Yes, Akriti? You just
Ma'am, actually, I have some issue.
yes.
Like I installed a .env dependency, but when I import it in my files, it didn't work. That's why I
Okay,
used
we will.
port.
Okay. We will cover .env later in the sessions. Then you will be able to get resolved with that. Okay. Okay. Can anybody recall me what we have done in the last session? Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. You're right.
Okay. Okay, so in the last session, we have covered the path module and the file system module, right?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we have to do OS path module. You have said the last in the last text.
OS module, right? Okay, just tell me about why do we have to, what is the importance of file system module?
Hello, ma'am. Can I tell? Hello, ma'am.
Yes, you can.
Yes, ma'am. File system model is a built model uh, that's work with a file system in our computer. That is a, Node.js built-in module. Okay. Just we have to read and write a file command. Uh, Also manage files to to provide function to handle this operation. Yes.
Yes, that's correct. We basically, whenever we want to access to a file, right, like read the files or write onto the files, then we use file system module using which is already present in the Node.js. That's correct. And what about HTTP and HTTPS files module?
And it is a built-in modules that helps us to create servers. HTTP create local server and HTTPS used for the servers in websites for a secure version.
Yes, it gives us the encrypted format of the HTTP only. Yes, that's correct. Just a minute, I'm not able to share my screen right now. I don't know why. I will leave the session and try to rejoin. Just wait for a few seconds, okay? Is my screen visible to you all? Yes, now it is.
Yes, ma'am. It is visible.
Okay. Now it is visible to me also, the chats. If you have already presented in the session, then you don't have to make the video of it, but I will just ask what needs to be done about that. I will just let you know about this if you have to do anything or you just have to mention NA over there. Okay? Is it okay? Okay, so we have already completed with the HTTP, HTTPS file system and path module. Today we will have to start with OS module, right? Okay, so let's see what is this OS module. The OS module in Node.js provides a powerful set of utilities for interacting with the underlying operating system. So now we will directly try to interact with our operating system, and that is what our OS module helps us with. It offers a cross-platform way to access system-related information and perform common operating system tasks. As we have already seen that in the path module, we were trying to access to different operating system. Now even the OS module has the similar features, but it is also will be offering you the different features to so that default version of your website can run over every different operating systems, right? Is it okay? Just let me know if my voice is not clear or the screen is not visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's see what are the key features of this OS module. It retrieves system information, CPU, memory, platform. So we will get to know about our CPU, memory, platform, etc. It accesses user and network information, works with file paths and directories in a cross-platform way, monitor system resources and performance, and handling operating system signals and errors. So we will see these key features in this module. So for getting started, like if we want to use the OS module or any module in the Node.js, we just have to require it. If we are using the common JS method, then by default we will be using this require keyword. And if we are using ES modules. To use ES modules, we have already seen we just have to mention the type as module in our package.json. And then we will use this import keyword to import the modules which are already present in the Node.js. Now, this is the another method which is called as destructuring method to import the methods from the module. Basically, what happens is that if we already know what methods we will be using from this particular library with this particular module, then we directly write the name of those methods inside the curly braces, and then we will just mention the module from which we want to imported. So this is the destructuring method of importing libraries. Now, next is they have given the example. Let's see what that means. First of all, they have required the OS module library. And next, they are trying to control different things. How they are doing it using, they are trying to console the basic system information like with what is the platform of operating system, what type of operating system, what is the release architecture, and the host name. Then they're also trying to get the memory information like total memory, free memory, and they are trying to console it. So now you will see there are different methods that they are using over here. Like for the platform, will be using the dot platform method. For the type of OS, you will be because obviously we all know that all the information inside our system is stored in the bits format, which is in 0 or 1. So to convert the bits format into the numerical format so that we can understand it, we are doing this kind of functionality, which is multiplying it with 1024 three times and then dot to fixed. So let's see what this will print over here first, and then we will try to run on our system also. Like for them, the operating system platform is Linux, and the type is also Linux. Then they have got the OS release date and the CPU architecture, which is 64-bit. Now they have also got the host name checker and the memory. So they are trying to get the total memory and what is the free memory right now for them. So that is what they have got, and you can see over here, which is 2.65 GB. Because of that is because they have used dot to fixed. So dot to fix, what it is doing is that it is giving you the value in terms of decimal units up to two decimal units. Like you can see over here that after decimal, they have two particular units. Even for the total memory also, they have two particular numbers after this dot, which is decimal. So that is what to fix function is doing over here. Next, they are trying to get the user information also, and let's see what this will print for our system. Okay, I will try that. Is it clear till here? Everybody else? Is this because of the language problem or you are not able to understand what I am saying, Harshal? Is it for everyone? Okay, so do I have to re-explain it, what I was telling you? So I was telling you about the OS module over here. We have got this OS module that will just let us interact with our operating system now. In the previous module, which was path module, what we were doing is we were trying to give the default functionality to our website so that it can run on different operating systems. Like if it can also run in the Windows, it can run in the Linux system, which are the POSIX system, or they can also run in the Mac OS. So that is what path module was doing. Now we will be able to also interact with our operating system, like to get the information about CPU architecture, about the operating system, about the directories in which we are working. So all these informations we will be able to get from this OS module over here. That is what it is telling us. Like the OS module in the Node.js provides a powerful set of utilities for interacting with the underlying operating system. So now we will interact with our operating system indirectly. Now, what it offers us, it offers a cross-platform way to access system-related information and perform common operating system tasks. Okay, so we will see what are these common operating system tasks. These common operating system tasks includes the like getting the information about your operating system, like CPU architecture, and even the what directories you are currently working in, what is the host name, like what is the name of the user of your system. All those information we will get from the OS module, because all these informations are inside the operating system. And even if you are trying to do a very simple task, all it is being done by the operating system. If you have read about the operating system subject in your semester exams, you will understand it even more clearly that even if you are just trying to read the file or trying to add two numbers, all these informations, all these tasks involve the operating system. That is why it is very important for us to understand this module also over here. Is my voice clear right now?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, so let's see what are the key features of this module. It will retrieve the system information like the CPU, memory, platform, etc. It will access the user and network information. It will work with file paths and directories in a cross-platform way, or monitor system resources and performance, and even handle the operating system signals and errors. So as we have already seen that whenever we want to use any module which is already present in the Node.js, we just have to require them. We have two methods for importing the modules. First one is CommonJS module, CommonJS method, and the second one is ES modules method. In the CommonJS method, we just use the require keyword to require or import the modules, which is the const and the variable by which we will try to access our module. Uh, uh, Mainly, we use the same name as the module so that we do not get confused by any other modules. So over here, they have used this OS as the variable name and the require keyword to import the OS module. Now, in the second method, which is ES modules method, if we want to use the ES modules, we just have to change the type in our package.json from the common JS to module. And then instead of writing require, we will be using the import keyword to import the libraries. Now, this is the another way, which is import and the writing the methods inside this these curly braces and then importing the modules. So this is the called as destructuring method. What is destructuring method? Whenever we know what methods we will be using from the particular module, we just write those only those specific modules, only those specific methods inside these curly braces, which will be required from that particular library. So now over here by this statement, by this line, you can see that they are only trying to import the arc platform and CPUS method from this OS library. So this is a very good habit, and this basically whenever you try to run whenever you get access from the code from the GitHub repository, you have to install multiple libraries over there. So that is just a method to reduce the dependencies from all the other methods that are not reusable in your code. Instead of writing this kind of line, because it will try to import all the methods from your OS module, but by this method only three methods will be imported, and this will just enhance your code running functionality. Now, understanding it is basically by this example, it is giving you an overview of how you can just use multiple methods from the OS library. First of all, they have just required the OS module, and in this these lines are giving the basic system information. What are the system information? Which are OS platform, and to get the OS platform, we will have OS dot platform method. In the OS type, we will have dot type method, dot OS release to get the information about OS release date. All this will be get by this dot release method. By if you want to access to your CPU architecture, then you will get to use this dot arc method, and for the host name, you will use this dot host name method. So all these basic information can be accessed. Next is memory information. If in case you want to know about the total memory or the free memory, it is just an example over here. You will use this dot total mem method or the dot free method, dot free mem method. So in this dot total method, first of all the total memory will be accessed by this method, which is os dot total mem method. And this particular statement, which is 1024 multiplied by 1024 multiplied by 1024, is the it is done so that you can understand what is the a numerical value. So because we all know that all the information from the about the operating system or everything or the address that are being present in the memory are all stored in the bits format, which is 0 and 1. So it is the method, it is the way by which we can convert the those bits into a numerical method. And also this dot to fixed method is converting the whole thing into decimal up to only two up to only two digits, because since we are already using this 64-bit architecture, it will give us multiple digits after dot after decimal, and we do not want that. That is why we are using dot to fixed method to get only up to precise information about the memory up to only 2 digits. Okay, so that is how we can get the memory information, and by the last it is trying to get the user information. Now we will try to run this code uh, in our system also. Let's see that. Just a minute. So I will just run this code in the app.js only. So I have got the information about my operating system, which is OS platform, OS type, and the OS release, about my CPU architecture, my host name, and what memory is already free for me, and current user and the home directory. All these informations are available, and I have got from over here. Just try to run this code at your end also, and just see what you are getting, and then paste your screenshot over here. Is it okay now? My voice and my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you all able to understand till here?
Ma'am, again, I have no option for sharing a screenshot in my chat box.
Same, ma'am.
Okay, just raise your hand who are having this problem. Only 3 students? Okay, I will just see. Now you can raise your hand. What about others? Why are you all not able to send your screenshots? Harshad, yes. Okay. Others, please send your screenshots in the chat box so that I can see. Moving forward, so that was just an example of how you can use multiple methods that are already present in the OS module. Let's see. OS module difference. There is a node given. All the OS module methods are synchronous and return results immediately. For performance critical applications, consider caching the results of methods that might be called frequently, such as os.cpus. Okay, we will see this, how this node is very useful for us in the later section. So next is system information. So now using this OS module, we will see how we can get about information about our system information, which is os.arg. So first method is os.arg. As we have already seen that this method will give us the information about CPU architecture. It returns the operating system CPU architecture for which the Node.js binary was compiled. If we will try to log this, we will get the information about our CPU architecture. We have already tried to run this over here, which is os.r, and we have got the information also, which is CPU architecture and x64. You all have also got this similar information. Like for Arjuna, it was also x64, which is 64-bit CPU, and for Harshal, it is 64-bit. That's correct. Good. Good job. And that will just give me the information about my CPU architecture. What are the different common values? As you have already got the 64, which that is all our systems are using 64-bit system. And these are multiple different values, different outputs that we might get if we have this ARM processors or 64-bit ARM, 32-bit x86. So these will be the different other values that we might get. Next is os.platform. As we have already seen that this method will return a string identifying the operating system platform. Even in our code, we have seen the platform information, like my platform information was Windows 32, right? Even you all have also got the same output. And what are the different output for this particular method? It can be Darwin for Mac OS and Linux for Linux system, FreeBSD and OpenBSD. That can be the different values for this platform. Next is os.type method that will just give me the information about my OS type. Like it will return the operating system name as returned by uname on POSIX system or from the ver command on Windows. So over here we have got Windows NT, like I have got OS type, it is Windows NT. And if in case I am using Linux, I will just get Linux. And in case I'm using the Mac OS, so I will get Darwin as the output. Next is OS release. It will give me the information about my operating system release number. Like this kind of format will be for Windows. This particular kind, 21.6.0, will be the format for Mac OS monitoring. And Ubuntu, they have a different format. That is how we can get the information about our OS release number. And if we are using different platform. Like for him, he has also got OS release in the Windows format because we all are using a Windows operating system right now. Next is os.version. As usual, as the name suggests already, it will just give me the information about my version over here. Like it will return the string identifying the kernel version on Windows. This it will just give me the information about my version. Kernel version on Windows, this includes the build information. We have all got this Windows over here. And there is
Hello,
a
ma'am.
different kind of,
Hello, ma'am.
yes.
Your screen is getting stuck.
Is it okay now?
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. So this was the dot version method that will just give you the kernel version information. So that was all the different methods if you want to access to your system information. First one was the CPU architecture, which was .arc method. Next is about if you want to get information about your platform, that was .platform method. .type will give you the operating system version. Next is .release to get the operating system release number. And next we have this .version method that will just give you the kernel version. Okay, next, if we want to access to our user and environment, like first one, the method is user information. It will return the information about the currently effective user. Like we have also seen, I have got the username, which was my, over here, it was host name. I have got the host name and given the user information, which was the current user, using this dot user info dot username and the home directory also. Let's see what are the different methods for that. First of all, user info method that will just give me the information like they have tried to get all the information using dot user info method inside this user. And now they will try to console it. First of all, it is just a normal string which will tell us that we are trying to console the user information right now. Next is the method is first method that they are using is user dot username. So you can see it is a kind of destructuring it whenever we try to get use the oops, like it is a oops concept. When we have a object that has all the information inside it, then we use the dot operator to get access to all those properties. Similarly, all the information from the dot user info method has been gone to stored into this user variable. Now we are trying to access to the different properties like first of all, it will just give me the information about the username. Next is UID and GID, which is group ID, and then the home directory. So these are the different properties that are already present in this user information, and we are trying to try to access it using this dot operator, right? Next is if we are trying to check whether our OS platform is Windows 32, then we will get this kind of console like user domain. And if in case the user is not the Windows, then it will just check for the default shell. Like, let's see what this will print for us. Since we all are using the Windows only, saving it and running it. So first of all, I have got my username by this dot username property, and then the user UID and group ID, and then the home directory and domain is NA. Why is that so? Because it is I don't have any domain right now, and then I have got this NA over here. Okay. If in case you are thinking that why we are getting the user ID and group ID as -1, if you are in the Windows, then obviously and automatically the default value for user ID and group ID will be -1. The only valid valid values for this user ID and group ID comes if you are using the Mac OS or the POSIX system over there. If you are having the POSIX system or you are currently working in the Linux system, then only you get any valid information for the user ID and the group ID. Like over here, they were using the Linux system that we have seen in the previous example. That is why they have got the UID and GID as 1000 over here. And then the username, home directory, and shell. Since they were using the POSIX system, POSIX platform, that is why they have got the information about their shell over here. Okay, let me just paste this code in the chat box. So, Gaurav, you are able to send the chat now, I guess.
Ma'am, not option in here.
So you are having problem in sharing the screenshot.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there is no option for the screenshots.
Yes, ma'am.
You
There is no
just
option.
you just have to take the screenshot, copy that screenshot, and then you have to paste it.
Ma'am, I have no option. I can see my share my screen.
Okay, just share your screen.
Like there, ma'am.
Okay, just take the screenshot of this window
But
and
no
just
any op
copy that. Okay, go to that image.
no option, ma'am. Where?
where your all the screenshots are listed in your system. Where you have all the pictures.
Just a minute, ma'am.
Yes, now just copy this image and now just control V or the
Uh,
paste
Thank you, ma'am.
and
Thank you.
enter. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, Akriti.
Ma'am, I had the same problem, but in my chat box, I didn't have option to send the photos or videos.
Yeah, even nobody has that option. You just have to copy that image and paste it over here.
I've done.
Try this at your end. Otherwise, I will see this by the end of this session. Be till the end. Okay. I will try to resolve this issue for you. Okay. There was one more person who was having the same problem. I think it is the same for you also. It was Satyam, I guess.
Yes, ma'am.
So now you are able to share the screenshot.
No, I guess I have switched the account to some different devices, and it's showing you are no longer a participant in chat.
Okay, so that is a issue I will see. Okay, so now others are getting the result. Good. Okay, so that it can also be done. Okay, so you have tried to print it. This is a different output from the previous class, I guess. Very different stack. Okay, so you were just trying to test it over here. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's move forward. So we have seen this. We were getting the NA as the domain, and we have got the different properties, which were username, UID, GID, and the home directory. I have already told you that UID and GID is -1 because we are using the Windows operating system right now. And if in case anybody is using the Linux system or the POSIX system, then you will get the valid IDs, values for these particular two values. Next is home directory. We have already seen that it will give us the information about our home directory. Like over here, I have got C users and my name, right? So that is to get the home directory information. Next is host name, which we are currently using. Let's run this host name over here. We do not have any host name right now. So that will just print me the host name app.js, and I will get the host name as the home directory and the domain. It is not giving me app.js. Host name is not defined. Just a minute. So we have to use this os.hostname over here. Now it should run. Yes, I am getting the host name as my particular name, which I am currently using. Home directory, good job. Okay, good. So to check to your host name, just add these two lines and you will get information about your host name also. In this previous example, we have already seen this about the host name, and you will get the current host name of your host that you are in right now. Next is os.tmpdir. It will return the operating system's default directory for temporary files. Let's see what that will print for us. Getting the system default temporary directory, adding the same line into our code and running it. .js. And right now, I have my temporary directory as temp in my local folder. So it is just the method to get your system's temporary files. Next is system resources. So inside the user and environment section, we have few methods. First one was user info to get your information about user, like the name, UID, GID, and home directory. Next was the home directory to get the home directory of your folder. Next is host name, the information about the host name of the system, and then the TMPDIR, which will just give us the information about the temporary folder where the temporary files are being stored in our system. Next is okay. So you all will be seeing this user ID and group ID as -1. That is because we all are using the Windows operating system right now. Next is system resources. So we have this CPUS method, which will return an array of objects containing information about each local logical CPU core. Let's run this. It will just give the information about our CPU only in different methods. Like we will get how many number of cores are there in our CPU and the details of each cores and what are the different usage of our CPU. It is a very lengthy. Okay, let's run this. Okay, and running it the same file. So I have got information about my CPU cores right now. So let's see how it is being done. First of all, requiring the OS module. Next, if I want to get the information about my CPU, I will use this .cpus method. And since this .cpus method will return an object that is stored in this CPU variable right now. And to get the information from this object, I will use this dot operator and I'm getting the information about my CPU, like about how many different cores are there in my CPU right now. So that is 16 for me, which is using this CPUS dot length. Next is about the zero details. That is, since now the CPU has an object, right? So it will have all the information about my course, but now I only want to access to the details of the first core over here. That is why it is giving me the information using this CPUS and this zero. So it is a kind of array only, like I want to access to my first index, what is stored in this array over here. Next is calculate CPU usage. So it is a method, it is a function that they have written over here to get the information about what like what is the usage of my each course. So it is just a simple function. First of all, CPUS will be the parameter for me, and next it will just map. You can see over here, I have told you that whenever we have multiple lists, like whenever we use the arrays of the objects, arrays of the values, then we use this dot map function, which will take each of the value from the array one by one. It is a kind of loop only, but we in the JavaScript, we use this dot map function, which is very prominent and you will see it many times. So similarly, they have used this dot map function to map each of the details, each of the index value from the CPUS array. And next, they are trying to get the CPU dot times, like what is the time it is using. And next, using this dot reduce function, And after that, what is the idle time that the CPU is right now? And then it will just return me the model and the usage over here. It is just this normal mathematical function that it is using to get the information about my each core usage. And at last, we have just called the calculate CPU usage function in CPU usage, and it will just give me the information about each of the, like for each loop has been used, and it will just retrieve all the information of my each course over here. Like what is the usage of each of my course. Just run this one also. It is interesting to know about your operating system, isn't it? You can now directly write commands over here and you will get the information and not going to your settings, and it will be just a developer's thing for you. Okay. So you have tried to access about details about all of your CPU cores. That is why you are getting such kind of output. Okay. So that was the information about the CPUs function over here. Next is total memory and free memory. If we want to access to the information, like what will be the total memory and the free memory, we can get to know about by this total memory and free memory method. Next, we have this load average method. It will return an array containing the 1, 5, and 15-minute load averages. So this is a later section that you all will see. Just that is not used much, but just understand till total memory and free memory. That's all you need to know right now. Okay, next, these are the like later sections that are for later part. You will understand it later when you will work with this module in your companies and later on. Right now, just understand what is the OS module used for. What are the prominent methods that are being used that I've discussed right now in this session till here. And it will give you the brief about what is the use of this particular uh, module, right? Are you all able to understand it and get to know about this OS module? Isn't it interesting to get to know about your operating system, not by going to settings and just by writing few commands and codes? Isn't it interesting? Yes. Okay, so that is all for the today's session. We will meet tomorrow. And about the methods that are listed after the total memory and free memory, it is just, well, it is like a advanced version of whatever you have done with the OS module. That is not required right now. If now anybody asks you about the OS module, you all will be able to give a brief about what is OS module and how it is being used. Even also you can talk about the different methods that you know, which are very prominent and very easy to remember also. Like you all know that if you want to access to the user information, we have dot user info method. If you want to get the information about host name, it is dot host name. If you want to get the information about CPU architecture, it is dot arc method, right? Uh, yes or no? It is very easy to remember all the methods, right? Okay, Rahul, we can meet tomorrow and then you can present your project. You will have time to, tomorrow also. Okay, Rahul? Okay. Okay, so that is all for today. Thank you for being till the end, everyone. You can now leave the session. Thank you. Akriti, are you there in the session?
Yes, ma'am.
So now you were able to share the screenshots?
Yes, ma'am. I shared it.
Yes, yes, I have seen. Okay, good job. Okay, so now you all can leave the session. Thank you. Bye bye.
Excuse ma'am.
Yes,
So,
Gaurav.
ma'am, again, please, my request, my offer letter is not received, ma'am, because I'm just many time I complained like, but no anyone response.
So have you filled both the forms, right?
Yes, ma'am. Like uh, uh, 19 August, first fill I 19th August, both form, and second time like second time I feel
Okay, okay.
like
Don't worry
23 August.
about that. Okay. See, there are multiple students, and that is why it is getting delayed. That is what I have also got to know about it. If you have filled the form, you will get the offer letter.
Sir has
But
been
I will
written like
just,
ma'am, sir
I
has
will,
been written like those student has been not offer letter. You can leave this session.
okay, I will just let him know about this issue.
And many times I probably
Yes,
share.
I have told him that, and actually multiple students have already got their offer letters, but still I will just message him to again today.
Um, just ma'am, explain like first time I fill this form. Hello.
Yes, yes,
Ma'am, first time I fill like form, like both form, like one a Google form and second is a website form.
yes.
Like website form is some missing like spellings as missing, like a Gmail as written as a GML. So we can complain, sir. I can complain like sir, offer letter is not received. But sir, I still share a screenshot first, like 20th August. But again, I fill a form. I correct us any mail ID and everything, but I can't receive
Okay, I will
because
just let him know about it.
autocorrect has been option. Autocorrect has been written like I'm written a mail, like in A is autocorrect and
Okay, that is some technical issue, I guess. That is why it is happening. It is getting delayed way more than it doesn't happen uh, with anybody else. But I will. Okay, I will just let him know about this. Okay, Gaurav and Rahul. Anybody else who is facing the same issue with the offer letters, or you all have got the. Okay, so there are two students. See, I am telling you, everybody has got their offer letters. It is just must be some issue in the backend, but still I will let him know. Don't worry, Gaurav.
oh, okay, ma'am. Thank you. Like ma'am, Rahul says, like same problem, ma'am. Me that my name in listed, but I can't receive the offer letter.
Okay. Okay, so you all have been listed in the list over that. but still not got the operator. Okay, just I will okay, I will let him know about this. Just check all the mails right
Ma'am,
now.
ma'am, I check my ma'am. I only already checked and many time I complained. Any
Okay,
spam like all mail, everything, ma'am.
okay. Rahul, have you checked your all the mail section? Okay, so I will just ask him about this. Okay, I have already messaged him. I will whatever information I will get from him, I will let you know. Okay, Gaurav and Rahul.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Good day, ma'am.
Okay. Good day. Bye. Okay, others. Now you can leave the session. Rahul, it will be hr@gncipl.com. Okay, guys, you can now. Yes, that is this. Yes. The others now, please leave the session. We will meet tomorrow. Farshad and Ishad. Okay, thank you, Ishad.